before we went on vacation, I had to plan how to keep the plants alive. So what we did was we moved all the potted plants down to the basement, watered them real well first, and moved them all to the basement. And they all seem to have survived pretty well. We probably have 20 or 30 potted plants. Just got done hauling them out now. My wife's rearranging and deadheading as we speak. But they all seem to have survived pretty well. There's a few more in here. All nice and green. It's been in the 90s, real sunny. And this is the hot side of the house, kind of facing west here. We had this one potted plant that we couldn't move. The hibiscus tree. The hibiscus tree has a robin's nest, as you can see. And it had 3 babies there that were less than a week old before we left. So I'm thinking, how do I water this hibiscus tree for a whole week? It's in the hottest part of the whole house. It's gonna be 90 for a whole week in the sun, baking, reflecting off the house. And we can't move the tree, so I didn't want to disturb the nest. So what I did was rigged up this drip irrigation system that uses siphoning to refill the drip container. Starts off with this 4 gallon water bottle with a tiny hole in the bottom. The hole is smaller than the pinhole. A pinhole would be too big. The pinhole would probably, you'd probably go through this whole bottle within a few hours with a pinhole. So what I did was I took a pin and I kind of drilled it with my fingers until the water until I just kind of felt a tiny bit of moisture. And that's probably about the right size. But the problem with the hole that size is the drip kind of stops. So I think probably due to surface tension, I think is the principle. So to break the surface tension, what I did was I rested the drip hole on a rag, as you can probably see there. I think that's what kind of broke the surface tension. So the rag allowed the water to flow through the drip hole without stopping. So I did some experimenting, and the drip, sure enough, it would stop if it wasn't in contact with something to break the surface tension. And then as this drains, it siphons off this. So before we went on vacation, this was full to the top, this was full to the top, and this was full to the top. So we had probably, I think these are probably 5 or 6 gallons each. So call them 5, 10, 14 gallons of water. And this usually goes through close to a gallon a day on real hot days. So we needed about 6 or 7 gallons. We had 14, so I'm sure the system's not super efficient, so it only didn't have to be 100% efficient, just 50% efficient, and we'd have enough water. It looks like that's pretty much what we spent. So this looks like went through after a week. It's down to here, so that's more than half. Probably went through about 2 gallons. This draws from this through this tube that goes down to the bottom. You probably see that. And this bucket here is down to about here. So this went through, I'd call that at least 3 gallons of water. And this bucket draws off this bucket, also with siphoning. And this one is down to right here. So that's probably, again, at least 2, maybe 3 gallons of water. So we went through, what do you call that, 2, 3, it's 5, and 2 or 3 more, about 8 gallons of water. So it looks like that's how we kept the tree alive.